Recording in progress.
Hi, um, good afternoon, good morning, and good evening, wherever you are. I warmly welcome to my live podcast, a video podcast, a live classroom, a spiritual platform for life coaching, um, and knowing the truth and seeking the truth with myself. My name is Maratip Ali Shad, and we are on lifelong study circle. We do every Sunday the same time on different social media platforms in form of spiritual informal live classroom. So my audience is connected on Zoom, Facebook Live, Apple Podcast, and also on live YouTube channel uh, stream as well. So we are on episode number 4. We started a couple of weeks ago about how to identify authentic guru, authentic teacher, authentic spiritual teacher, authentic guidance, and um, also what is truth basically, because authenticity is directly linked with truth. So anything which claims that it is authentic, it does mean obviously that it is in the direction of truth. I'm talking about not the small truth or big truth. I'm talking about a genuine truth, a truth which was existed always, forever, from no beginning, from no end, and it will remain truth with capital T, that T. So, any teacher who is following truth will be eventually and obviously a authentic teacher. So, in last 3 episodes, we covered couple of properties, personal traits, characteristics of the teacher, um, and that will help you about uh, acknowledge data for your mind to seek and identify and attach with that type of teacher. Okay, so um, mostly thing I have taken from the book, the map of the consciousness. Okay, the map of the book consciousness is a incredible book for spiritual people, and is written by Dr. David Hawken, who was practicing psychiatry and as a medical doctor for 40-50 years, and he has written lot of books on spirituality and medical science, and is with amazing combination of science and spirituality. So, my mostly blogs are related developmental psychology, personal development directly, applied philosophy. It means if you want to have interest to develop the taste of philosophy, so this is a right platform for you. Um, so let's go. That what are the authentic teachers' characteristics? Um, I will not go to 10, 12 characteristics we learned last week till. So today we will go from further. I think it's property number 11. That, yeah, yeah, that's right. And what does that mean? The authentic teacher and truth related text is here, that it is non binding. There is no regulations, law, edict contracts or pledges. That is one of property of a teacher. So if any teacher who is binding you, who is making you a signature, uh, giving you sort of membership for and following in certain formal regulations, laws of their own institution, organization, something like, uh, then that teacher is not authentic. Okay, that is there is no law, there is no as such contract regulations in following someone. Okay, if someone is doing it, there could be a political party, there could be a social cause party. Okay, they have their own agenda, interest, and stuff like that. Okay, but not in spiritual world. Okay, not in immense, infinite wisdom related world. There is no and nothing contractual there. Okay, this is another sign of a spiritual guru's positive property. So that has to be um considered. So your murshid, your peer in Arabic and Persian or Hindi language, if I'm talking about, if he is asking or she is asking you to sign, to follow certain rules and codes and stuff, that is not authentic direction. Okay, that is important to know. uh, the next one of the property is freedom. The freedom is something which is very important. And if you feel that you are suppressed or you are forced to do something in connection with any spiritual teacher, then participant or the seekers must avoid it. So let's read my. I will read for you that um, the participants are free to come and go without persuasion. Okay, coercion, intimidation, or consequences. There is no hierarchy. Instead, there is voluntarily fulfillment of practical necessities and duties. So this is a sign. Okay, um, you have to understand this. What does it mean, and how it is important. Um, but I understand if you are working in that organization as an employee, as a worker, a legal worker. Yeah, then that could be. But here we talking about a general teacher, a general a student, or a seeker of truth, or the guidance point of view. Okay, there is no persuasion, no force. You are absolutely free. Okay, and if you want to do there something voluntarily work, there should be opportunities for you. And there is no force, there is no salary as such. Okay, because you are doing it for truth, for God, for ultimate guidance. Okay, that is one of the great characteristic of a true teacher, uh, to tell you about what is true and what is not true. Um, so, volunteership is a great sign of that type of community or organization, that it's a big potential. But always remember that freedom is exercising there. Okay. The next property or next characteristic is um, the guy. or a person or a guru or teacher who is teaching you, who you sounds like a inspirational source of light for you. He or she has a commonality between you and them, okay, between you and him or her, okay. Recognition is the sequence of what one has become rather than a result of ascribed titles, adjectives, and trappings. So that's important to know that there are commonalities. There is a shared things between you and him and her. Okay, um, he or she should not beyond any what you are. Okay, I know there are certain specific things which, of course, your guru, your authentic guru, will be have advantage and edge over you. But generally there are similarity. For example, um, he or she and you both are eating, drinking, um, living in more or less same type of accommodation, residence, um, especially in the background side. That person may have a background of doing a job or business when he was not a spiritual guru, um, and that make a lot of commonality between you and him or her. Okay, so this is important. The language is same. um, you can understand him or her, and he can speak with you, he can answer you, he can. So that is very important. Okay, even in Abraham religion or non-Abraham religion, any Messiah or prophet um, or Arjun who came into um their community, they were very similar to the people of that community, of that region. Okay, uh, so that is important to know about it. The next truth is um, your teacher, your guru must not or must avoid glamorous, any sexual or seductive activities, um, because truth is beyond of this. Okay, truth does not follow these things. Truth is a truth. Truth is independent of glamorization. There is no sex related activities in the truth journey. Okay, um, because glamorous is related with a fake world, a very superficial world where you sells your beauty, your some skills, your aesthetic beauty, your physical, your mental skills, your acting skills, your direction skill. I'm talking about film industry, media. That's mostly full of glamorous people, but mostly they are very sad and have a horrible stories on the background going on. Okay, because we only see in the movies and dramas one type of thing, uh, but there is a big film, and horrible, sad tales are being registered on the life of teach people in the glamorous world. So your inspirational guru must not attach with this. Okay, that is so important for you. Um, so avoid those teachers. Okay, I know one of our great. I know he's no longer great now. He's exposed. Um, but he when he was published in the books, newspaper, and videos, he was showing like a millionaire person, amazing, beautiful body texture, the way he was talking, um, making arguments, sitting in a seven-star hotel, a luxury toilet, a swimming pool, So that type of spiritual teacher, when teaching is very, very dodgy stuff, could be there. We have to be very careful. And later we found that that person is a very big criminal. So, so that spiritual teacher became a criminal and sentenced for hundreds of years in prison. So that's happened in the same life, and it could be with many other hundreds of cult spiritual leaders, so called. Uh, so we have to be very careful about this notorious glamorous stuff. Always remember, your teacher is a non-material approached based teaching he is delivering. His or her lifestyle is absolutely um, using our essential things in the life. Um, Non-materialistic also referred that because that guru does not have any worldly wealth or prestige or pomps or addy faces. Uh, so that is very important that there is no space of money and worldly luxury stuff in um, to the teacher, to a spiritual teacher. So this is so important to understand about the truth itself as well. So um, the problem of this modern world is we have associated our truth or our genuineness with money, with luxury, um, because money, sex, political power or social power or social media power or influencing numbers, it has been associated with the people for their authenticity, and often are opposite it's true. Okay, because truth does not need number, that how many millions are following ship of that person. Yeah, there could be million people of following a good person. um, I'm not denying it. That person must have a amazeful influencing characteristics as well. But always remember that that person is not for your guidance. Or it could not. It could be, but very less marginal percentage will be that he or she could be your guidance, a source of spiritual guidance. Okay, mostly are just for making money. They must be selling you books okay, books are okay. They must be selling you some productivity program, um, joining the trainings and the coaching program. So these old stuff are is very, very skeptical and deceptive as well, because all this approach is a materialistic approach that is for profit, and prophet does not usually give you guidance. Okay, because the guidance is something which is profitless, non-profit. There is no worldly gains in this. Okay, so that is very important uh, property of the teacher. The other one of the great property of a true teacher, and to identification of the truth with capital T, is it is very self-fulfilling. So self fulfilling is a great characteristic of a true teacher and the truth itself, um, because truth is already total and complete and has no need to proselytize or gain adherent followers or sign up members. Okay, and that's we already know. So, for example, if some person you come across on internet or in a real person, and that person does not sound have a big followership, um, does not have any members to impress you, okay, look like very ordinary person, and if you have a wisdom, you should easily identify him as a great teacher. Okay, because for him, he does not need followership to authenticate him that he was or he is a true guide for you. Okay, so excuse me. So it is a big deception in current world we all can be trapped of. So we have to be very careful about this. That truth is completed and total thing. It does not need to authenticate anything. Okay, because there is no gain in truth identification. And true teacher does not need to impress you or look at I have so many million followership and stuff like that. Or look at I'm a millionaire. Okay, or look at how many views on the social media I have. No, it's not necessarily. Okay, it's all bullshit. It's just a deception, and of course he will deceive you by this. Okay, but I'm not saying that a true teacher, a true guidance mm, will never have million followers or viewership. Of course he can have, but majority do not have, even they have a millionaire followership. That is more important information. Okay, truth does not need any members and viewership and gain and stuff like that. Okay, the next property of a true teacher and guidance is very important, and that is that person is very detached. Okay, very detached with the world, what's going on, what going on in worldly affairs, in politics, and around. Okay, that person is so self-driven, um, focus on inner world. That person is working on his inner completeness. There is no external world for him as such. Okay, that's why they are very happy and calm person as well. Okay, imagine if a person is sitting in a closed room for ages. If a person is sitting and locating and has a residence in a hut in a jungle for decades, um, what sort of information he will have, because he has deliberately quit the world. So he will not know, and he should not know, and it is not his duty to know what's going on outside in the world. Okay, he is very detached. Okay, uh, that detachment is very important for most of the seekers. Okay, I made a video a couple of months ago about what is the difference between detached and non-attached uh, person. So that we have to understand as well. Okay, so we are talking about here detached. So um, there is no involvement in world affairs for this person. That is so important to know. Okay. Um, and and somebody can say that why it is like this, how it is possible that person does not know or should not know, why he does not contribute in the society by becoming an active citizen of that region or country. Like many people, they're doing a lot of great things in form of um, non-profit organizational member, and they're running a successful charities. Uh, the answer is these people, the spiritual people, they're doing much more greater work, which the other NGOs and charities are doing. Okay, they are guiding the people, and this guiding is thousand times or even million times more powerful to change the people or mankind's destiny than the people who are working in charity work or in politics or in other areas of the society or in educational or health sector. I'm not denying its importance. Okay, I'm talking about this is something so foundational and advanced thing to become a true spiritual and authentic guidance and teacher for millions of people, millions of people and families. They follow that person. That's how much they are powerful. Their simplicity is too much powerful because of their detachment. Okay. uh, the one of the property of the truth and the sign of a personal trait in a true teacher is the truth is identifiable along a progressive gradient. It has no opposite and therefore no enemies to castigate or oppose. So uh, it has no enemy. Okay, truth. There is no Satan. There is no uh, Iblis. There is no Shaitan in Hindi or Urdu or in Persian against God or in contrast with the God. God or Allah is alone because truth is identifiable, complete, and one. Okay. Um, so the truth does not have any enemy or anything to oppose. There is no competition between God and devil. Okay. So the devil is my own creation, my own mind against the God because of my innocency, because of my naiveness, because of my clever ego. Hmm? So the truth is identifiable, and it is progressing. It is visible as a progressive all the time. Okay. um, so this is important. um, Another important topic is the truth does not intervene or have an agenda to propose, inflict, or promulgate. What does it mean? That the intention, always remember, intention, if it is not a divine intention or intervention, that's a separate dictionary phenomena. But usually the intervention is our done by my egoic mind in something. Okay, truth does not intervene in anything. So if something is happening, um, the truth does not pop in that thing. It's not the duty of the truth. Okay, why? Because everything is under a big energy field. Okay, and everything is a part of a truth. Okay, so therefore the truth cannot intervene in this, what is happening. Okay, um, and therefore, because overall the truth is not driven by any mind or intellect, therefore there is no agenda of the truth, because agenda is based on some goals, and that goal is derived or achieved or designed by human mind for some, to gain something. So therefore the truth does not or must not have any intervention in anything. And people who say like this, they either they are saying like due to their naiveness, their innocency, uh, or a few people may be lying about the divine or truth intervention. No, it's not like that. They do not need to intervene to let you feel their presence or their existence. No, not at all. There is no intervention. There is no um, because truth is beyond intention. It is non-intentional. Okay, and your true teacher, authentic teacher, will not here to interrupt you. Okay, um, your teacher should know about this thing, and his life should be inspiring you in the way that he knows that the truth is non-interventional thing. Okay, your teacher will not have any agenda. As so your teacher does not have a goal to make 1 million subscriber on YouTube, or making £1 million a building for him as a resident. So that type of thing is very important for you to know that truth is does truth does not intervene in this thing. Intervention is agenda driven. Intervention is with some purpose to gain something, to achieve something, and truth is above from it. Okay, that's important to tell you. And for let me see what we done today. So we learned about that truth or the teacher, authentic teacher is a non-binder. They give you freedom. There is a commonality between you and your teacher. There is no glamorous in the world of a spiritual teacher or spirituality, because they are non-materialistic, and truth is a non-materialistic thing. Um, Truth is self-fulfilling. and is complete and total. So your teacher does not need anything to gain or achieve. Okay, because they are detached and there is no involvement from them. The truth is identifiable, um, and has progressive gradient. Okay, because of there is no enemy of the truth. Your teachers must not have enemy, uh, and the truth is non-intentional. There is no intervention in the way of truth. So that's it for these properties. There are a couple of properties still left. Let me count down for you: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 20. Yeah. So still 20 properties of the truth and the sign of teachers is going on. Okay. Uh, if you have, what do you think as a student of seeker, as a student of knowing the truth, as a student of spirituality? What do you think about what we learned today? Um, if you have any question, you can ask, or you can share it in a comment below. I will try to address it, not as expert, but as a learner, as a seeker like you are. So we all are learning about secret, about unman, unmanifested things, um, for special people like you are special. Okay. Um, yeah, that's it. You can join my YouTube channel. You can subscribe it. You can spread it to other people if you think that that is good for their life, to help them to closer to knowing and following the truth, and help them to how to identify a true guide or teacher uh, in their life. Thank you so much, and I'm your host Maratip, and I will see you next Sunday, same time, with more property and characteristics and the traits of a great teacher, uh, and eventually properties of the truth. Thank you, and goodbye. See you.